Hello, Brophy Bronco baseball fans. Welcome into Brophy College Prep Baseball here on the Brophy College Prep live stream YouTube channel. My name is Nicholas Petrisky. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today for this afternoon rendition of Brophy Baseball, away version. Broncos taking the trip a little bit up north on Central Avenue, taking on the Vikings of Sunnyslope High School. Broncos coming into today's matchup 4-3, coming off of a tough loss at Desert Ridge yesterday afternoon. The Vikings coming off a tough loss themselves, an 8-9 loss to the Perry Pumas at Perry. And the Vikings dropping their first game of the season at Perry. Two teams wanting to get back in the win column desperately. A big game for potential AIA 6A playoff standings. Two teams that once again have a shot at facing each other in the near futures. Broncos, Vikings getting started here from the campus of Sunnyslope High School. On the hill for the Vikings, Diego Lovesey, and up to bat for the Broncos, the pitcher and designated hitter, Johnny Casal. First pitch by Casal swung on and foul. Casal, a good piece of that ball, just a little bit too late. Casal takes that pitch up high above the script Brophy. Casal 1 for 2 in yesterday's contest against the Jaguars with a single and 2 walks drawn. Breaking ball down low in the zone, Casal wanting nothing to do with it. The pitch. Swung on, line drive to center field. Coming in and making a sliding catch for out number 1 is the center fielder, Cooper Shillington. Casal, a good piece of the ball. Just a little bit too good as Shillington able to track it down. Up to bat for the Broncos, second baseman, George Smith. Smith was recently named to the 32nd annual Adam Donenfeld Tournament All-Tournament team, along with fellow senior and third baseman Jack Meisner. First pitch swung on, line drive right into the glove of Keogh, Miles Keogh that is, his brother Connor out in right. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Diego Lovesey and the Vikings defense. Senior third baseman Jack Meisner up to bat, trying to give the Broncos their first hit and first base runner of the day. Pitch a bit up high for home plate umpires Scott Aaron Sliking. Field umpires Scott McMurdo. Breaking ball swung on, fielded by Mendoza at second. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Lovesey and the Viking defense. Broncos getting a piece of Lovesey there, just not good enough. On the hill for the Broncos, the man that led us off in the top of the first, Johnny Casal, senior, committed to Loyola Marymount. And let's meet the rest of the starting lineup for the Brophy Broncos. Leading off and playing pitcher and the man on the hill today, Johnny Casal. Batting second and playing second, George Smith. Batting third and playing third, Jack Meisner. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter and playing first base, Willie Corneo Farmer. Batting fifth and playing center field today, over from his usual spot in left and center is Matt Niezgodsky. Batting sixth and playing right field, Jack Oman. Batting seventh, the sophomore at shortstop, Brandon Wirtz. Batting eighth in his first varsity start, Nico Lara. Batting ninth and the catcher behind the dish, Charlie Hazen. Lineup for the home team, Sunnyslope Vikings. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop, Miles Keogh. Batting second and playing center field, Cooper Shillington. Batting third and playing catcher and calling the shots behind the dish, Braden Kueni. Batting fourth, the designated hitter for the pitcher, Gavin Short. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Brian Mayers. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Connor Keogh. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Jackson Fredenberg. Batting 8th, second baseman Ezekiel Mendoza, and rounding it off, left fielder Carter Dekwa. Broncos coming in rated as the number 10 team, according to AZ Central and their baseball power rankings. Sunnyslope, all the way up, number 2. Lovesy with a 1-2-3. First inning on the hill. Casal and the Bronco defense trying to do the same. First offering by Casal at the knee, strike 1. Second pitch swung on, hit towards at short, jumping, and throwing it over in time across the diamond for out number 1.
Next up, center fielder, number 2, Cooper Shillington.
Cooper Shillington stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Shillington already active in today's game, making the sliding catch. Casal now trying to get some payback for Shillington taking away his decent piece of hitting. Breaking ball from Casal finds the outside corner. Second breaking ball from Casal, same place, a little higher, 0-2. Casal down the hill. Swung on, fouled. Shillington lives to see another pitch. Casal gets the sign and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shillington sits down and up to try to get the Vikings their first base runner of the day, Braden Keene. Casal in his last outing against Mountain Ridge, as Queen swings and misses as that outside pitch. Casal 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits and 2 walks. An impressive outing against a very tough Mountain Lion team. Casal so far not fazed by the Vikings. The 0-1. Breaking ball just a bit too inside. Hazen checking to see where that one was. Casal so far going fastball and breaking ball. No big off-speed pitches as of yet. And the first ball thrown by Casal here this afternoon. Casal adjusts. That one in the zone. A 1-2. Swung on and fouled just past the Bronco dugout. Casal kicks and fires. Pitch swung on. Soft grounder. Smith charges. Glove throw over to first in time for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Casal and the Bronco defense. No hits, no base runners for either side, and a quick first frame. Due up in the top of the second for the Broncos. Willie Corneo Farmer, Matt Niezgotsky, and Jack Oman. Biggest change in the lineup for the Broncos. Yesterday it was Trey Markham starting in right field. He is currently on the bench, but ready and active if head coach Josh Garcia needs to plug in the senior Rice commit. In his place in the outfield, everyone kind of shifting over a little bit. Casal coming in to pitch, Oman going to the outfield, Niezgotsky shifting over, as well as Oman shifting over from center, if you will, where Casal played yesterday. And in the outfield in his first varsity start is Nico Lara. Lara has been used mainly as a pinch runner this season. Also has been used.
Let's go.
Also been used as a pinch hitter a couple times. We'll get to see what a sophomore utility infielder and outfielder has in store for us here this afternoon. Leading off, top of the second inning for the Broncos, first baseman Willie Corneo Farmer. Corneo Farmer, the first Bronco to get a hit yesterday afternoon, a triple to center field. Look at that pitch from Lovesey, low in the zone, 0-1. Corneo Farmer looking at it outside. Count back to even 1-1. The pitch. Breaking ball inside zone. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 3 called. Corneo Farmer watching that one drop right at the script Brophy. Up to bat for the Broncos, center fielder Matt Niezgodsky. Lovesey staying in the zone, fastball. Lovesey fires the 0-1 low and outside. Counts even 1-1. Niezgodsky encouraged by fellow Broncos. Pitch swung on, foul to the backstop. So we have time called by the officiating crew. It looks like a softball from Sunnyslope girls softball team trickled into left field. Niezgodsky looking at that offering from Lovesey low in the dirt. Niezgodsky started the year as 7-hitter, working his way up to the 5-hole hitter. Pitch inside from Lovesey. Just needed to break a little more. Counts full, 3-2. Broncos trying to get their first base runner of the afternoon. The payoff pitch, low in the dirt, ball 4. Niezgodsky jogs to first. First base runner on board for the Broncos. Let's see how aggressive they are on the base path. Coach Garcia not want to shy away from being aggressive, but no game has been aggressive as the Saturday afternoon/morning contest with the Saints of Notre Dame Prep. Since then, head coach and third base coach Josh Garcia a little bit more relaxed with the stolen base. Jack Oman looks at that pitch from Lovesey in the dirt, ball 1. Niezgodsky checked at first, tag by Fredenberg, not in time. Throw over to keep Niezgodsky honest. Pitch swung on, high in the air to left field. Going back is Dekwa, and he camps under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Oman flying out to left, and now up to the shortstop, Brandon Wirtz, to start the 2-out rally. Wirtz in yesterday's game 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to left and a walk drawn. pitch up high. Izgoski goes halfway and retreats to first. Lovesy in the Viking defense, trying to get out of the inning. Izgoski checked at first, no tag from Fredenberg. Lovesy trying to keep Izgoski honest over at first. Same idea from Lovesy, no tag from Fredenberg. Lovesy fires the 1-0, pitch low. Izgoski takes off to second, no throw from Quinn behind the dish. Broncos with the runner in scoring position. Wirtz ahead in the count, 2-0. Wirtz takes an inside pitch, make it 3-0. And now the situation for Lovesy becomes a walk isn't the worst idea in the world, force at any base. The pitch finds a zone, 3-1. Wirtz has now become a little bit less selective with his pitch, still up in the count, 3-1. Lovesy working from the stretch. Low in the dirt. Wirtz trots to first. Up to bat for the Broncos, left fielder Nico Lara. Lara, his first start this afternoon as a varsity Bronco. In a big spot, 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. First pitch swung on, base hit to shallow right field. Izgoski held it at third. Broncos with their first hit of the day, and the visitors have the bases loaded. Up to bat for the Broncos with bases loaded, catcher Charlie Hazen. Izgoski, the lead runner at third. Hazen taking his turn behind the dish this afternoon. Yesterday was Jonah Castle. Pitch up high, ball 1. Bronco dugout a little more rowdy. Trying to get in Lovesy's head and take an early lead. The pitch swung on, foul. Just barely. Mares had a beat on it. Ball did have a lot of heat coming off. Fair ball, probably scores about 2. He's in 1 for 3 in his last game against Pinnacle about a week ago. And it was a single to center field in his first at-bat. Same result here would be big. Breaking ball, called strike. Inside in the zone, 1-2. Lovesy throws in the offering. Pitch swung on and fouled. Hazen lives to see another pitch. Score knotted at 0, 2 outs. And the top of the second, Broncos with the bases loaded. And now, attention turns to the bat of Charlie Hazen. Swung on and missed. Ball gets by the catcher, Quinney. Izgoski will score. Hazen up safely after a drop third strike. And just about the oddest way to score your first run. Charlie Hazen bringing around Niezgodsky from third to open up the scorebook 1-0 in favor of Brophy. Back to the top of the order for the Broncos, pitcher Johnny Casale. Casale had a good beat on Lovesey. Pitch inside. The 1-0. Pitch swung on, ground ball. Hit to Morals at third. Casale hustling. Can he beat it out? No, he doesn't. Broncos strand 3, but score 1 in the top of the second. If we head to the bottom of the second, Broncos lead 1-0. We'll take a quick break and be back with you in a moment here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning here from the campus of Sunnyslope High School. Up to bat for the Vikings, designated hitter Gavin Short. Short and Keeney know a lot of these Broncos very well, both of them. Teammates on the Swarm 2024 Red Elite team as Short lines that ball into left center field gap. Short heading for second, and the designated hitter up safely with a line drive double. Short getting the best of his former teammate Casale in that battle, and the Vikings with a tying run up at second. A lot of members of the Swarm Red Elite 2024 team on the field today. Once teammates, now rivals. Bunt pulled away by Mars. Mars gets the call from third base coach and head coach Jeff Shillington. Casale's pitch at the knees, strike one. Casale down the hill, bunt, laid down, back to Casale. Casale takes a look at third, but ultimately decides to get the out at first. And Short, now just 90 feet away from tying up the game. Up to bat for the Vikings, right fielder Connor Keogh. Casale trying to hold his former teammate at third. The pitch. Keogh thought about it and then pulled away. Pitch popped up high in the air. Ball trailing foul. Corneo Farmer has a beat and makes a catch on foul ground for out number 2.
Next up, first baseman number 25, Jackson Fredenberg.
Now the Vikings lay their hopes on Jackson Fredenberg to try to tie the game here in the bottom of the second. In a situation like that, when you sacrifice bunt, you get the runner over to third. Next guy pops out. It makes it question if bunting sometimes is a viable strategy. As Fredenberg swings and misses at Casal's first offering. Because what if Brian Mayers gets a hit, maybe brings in short the old-fashioned way. Casal's second, a little outside, 1-1. Two outs in the bottom of the second. Short the runner at third. The pitch, swing, and a miss. Strike 2 from Fredenberg. That's one he'll want back watching the film. Casal, 1 strike, 1 pitch away from ending the bottom of the second. Pitch inside. Ball get away from Hazen, but not enough for Short to try to take home. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. And Casal strands Short at third. 2 innings played, 5 to go here from Sunnyslope High School. Broncos 1, Vikings nothing. Casal getting his second strikeout on the afternoon. Due up for the Broncos in the top of the third, Smith, Meisner, and Corneo Farmer. First time this season that the Broncos lead away from home against Mountain Ridge, the only other away game for the Broncos. They trailed Mountain Ridge until the very end, or I should say the first opening leadoff for the Broncos. First time they've been ahead first in an away game, just to clarify. Keeney throws down to second, and Smith will get settled in the right-handed batter's box as we start the top of the third inning here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Smith, hit a line drive to Short in his last at-bat. Breaking ball up high. Quite a bit of movement on it from Lovesey. Ball breaking just a little too early. Lovesey adjusts. Ball drops in the zone, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Smith half swinging and pitch that looked good and probably would have been a strike either way. Lovesey fires, pitch swung on, hit foul in front of the visitors' dugout. Smith steps out and regroups. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled off once again. That ball might not be seen for a while. Smith, 2 swings. And those last 2 swings, 2 fouls. Trying to find his pitch. 1-2 down the hill. Outside, make it 2-2 for Lovesey. Smith and Lovesey in the first real battle of the game. 6 pitch at bats so far. Ball low and inside, almost hitting Smith in the foot. Counts full, 3-2. Smith trying to give the Broncos the leadoff man on base. The payoff pitch, high and inside. Smith will take first. Third walk of the day by Lovesey. And that pitch to Smith almost hitting him in the face. In the face. Up to bat for the Broncos, third baseman Jack Meisner. As Lovesey starting to cool down after a hot start to the first inning. Pitch swung on, line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. Smith rounding third. He'll score. Meisner halting at second. Broncos double their lead 2-0 in the top of the third. Up to bat for the Broncos, first baseman Willie Corneo Farmer. Meisner not only has power but speed at third. As a senior, tries to take third, high throw from Keeney. No tag by Mars. Broncos, run number 3, 90 feet away. Corneo Farmer now in a much different situation. Any hit has potential to score the USCB commit Meisner. Swing and a miss, strike one. Interesting call by Viking head coach Jeff Shillington. Defense is not in. Shortstop and second remain at normal depth as Corneo Farmer swings and misses once again. You think with no outs, the Vikings would try to save a run and bring the infield in. Corneo Farmer swings and misses. Ball gets by Keeney. Dead ball. Meisner scores. Corneo Farmer up at first. It's happened twice today. No times else this season. Broncos have successfully reached first on a drop third strike. A difficult day for Keeney, the catcher, allowing 2 balls to get past that allowed in 2 runs. Corneo Farmer nearly going to first, but retreating after some thought. Broncos lead the Vikings 3-0 here in the top of the third. Corneo Farmer checked, no tag from the first baseman, Fredenberg. Broncos still with no outs and a lot of field to play with. Pitch swung on, fouled. Back to the visitors' dugout by Niezgodski. Lovesey trying to regroup, fires. Breaking ball low, 2-1. Niezgodski cheered on by his fellow Broncos. Corneo Farmer tagged at first. Lovesey trying to keep the first baseman honest at first. Pitch inside, Niezgodski not phased. Counts 3-1. Lovesey takes a big deep breath and toes the rubber. Lovesey kicks and fires a 3-1. Counts full, 3-2. It's a pitch that you take happily on a 3-1 count, outside away. Let's see another pitch. Corneo Farmer checked at first, no tag. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lovesy with strikeout number 4 of the game. Up to bat for the Broncos, right fielder Jack Oman. Oman, another former member of the Swarm Red Elite 2024 team. I don't think Corneo Farmer's been checked this many times at first in a game in all of his career. As the hit and run executed to perfection, Corneo Farmer will head to third, throw not in time. Broncos with runners at the corners. One of the most beautiful things for some fans to see, and broadcasters like myself, a home run is great. Stolen base, great. But when you can do them in basically the same thing, you get a hit and a stolen base, beautiful. Corneo Farmer, the runner at third. Oman at first. Keeney sent in the call if Oman steals second. Bunt laid down by Wirtz. Corneo Farmer looked back. Almost an errant throw from Lovesy over to first, but bunt. Just a little bit too easy for Lovesy to get by Wirtz. Back up to bat for the Broncos, left fielder Nico Lara. Lara with the first Bronco hit of the afternoon, trying to make it 2 for 2. Breaking ball going over the head of Lara, and if Lara was a couple inches taller, it might have hit him up in the Chrome Dome. Lara standing at 5'6", so even 5'8", might have hit him in the head. On the Wirtz bunt, Oman did advance to second, so Broncos with 2 runners in scoring positions and 2 outs here in the top of the third. A hit potentially brings in 2. The pitch. High and inside, strike 1. Lovesy comes set. Down the hill low. 3-1. Lara walks. Broncos have bases loaded for the second time here this afternoon. Lovesy takes his time getting the call. 3-1. Check swing in the dirt. Lara up at first. Broncos with bases loaded. Bases loaded for the catcher Charlie Hazen. Hazen saw this exact same scenario in his last at-bat and struck out swinging. The senior catcher trying to add to the Broncos' 3 runs. So far, pitch fouled, straight back to the dugout. The pitch, high at the eyes of Hazen, 1-1. Corneo Farmer, the runner at first. Oman at second. Lara at first. The 1-1. Breaking ball low. Hazen wise to hold the bat back. Two outs. And the top of the third inning. Pitch low. Sunnyslope faithful not enjoying that one. We apologize for the video feed not showing through. 3-1 pitch, called a ball. Hazen jogs to first. Corneo Farmer jogs 90 feet home. Broncos lead 4-0. There'll be a little conference of Vikings on the mound. Lovesy helped the Vikings get a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down inning, if you will. And the top of the first since then. Lovesy and the Viking defense have faced 7 batters, and now will face 9 as the Broncos bat around the order with Casal up to bat for the 3rd time here this afternoon. Casal 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a ground out to third. Markham pinch running for the catcher Hazen at first. Broncos lead 4-0. Off speed pitch by Lovesy, called strike, not Casal's. Casal easily has one more to look at before having to make any rash decisions. The pitch, low in the dirt, strike 2. Casal liking that one a bit more. It's one you want back when you have bases loaded. The 0-2, breaking ball swung on, foul. Casal lives to see another pitch as the sun shining down here on the campus of Sunnyslope High School as the Broncos lead 4-0 in the top of the third. Lovesy fires it in. Pitch swung on, back to the glove of Lovesy. He'll flip it to first for out number 3. A big grab by Lovesy on the hill. Broncos strand 3, but score 3 in the top of the third. Big inning for the Broncos as they try to take a win and make it their first road win on the season. Casal back out to pitch. Broncos scoring 4 runs on only 3 hits so far through 3 top frames. Vikings with only 1 hit through 2 innings so far. They'll have a chance to put some up here in the bottom of the third. Due up for the Vikings.
The
Ezekiel Mendoza, Carter Dekwa, and Miles Keogh.
Mendoza.
Ezekiel Mendoza getting some advice from Gavin Short, as Short, the only hit, a double, into the left center field gap. Short also very familiar with Casal's game. Once again, Short and Casal, former teammates. First pitch fouled, back to the brick, strike one. Infield normal depth for the Bronco defense. Pitch swung on and fouled, back into the batting cage area. 2 pitches, 2 fouls. Mendoza with a beat on Casal. Casal's offering. High fastball, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for the senior lefty.
Number 9, Carter Dekwa.
Carter Dekwa, the left fielder, stepping into the right-handed batter's box, trying to start a little rally for the home team. Casal, breaking ball outside corner, making it very difficult for the left fielder. The 1-1. Breaking ball finds his own once again in the count, 1-2. Casal fires down the hill, pitch swung on into the glove of Wirtz at short. Heaves it across the diamond in time for out number 2.
Next up for the Vikings.
Wirtz, a couple of errors yesterday against the Jaguars. Today, a perfect 1,000 fielding percentage for the sophomore, and he got the first out of the game and the last out of the game up to this point. First pitch swung on, back right to Casal. He'll flip it to first, out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, once again for Casal and the Bronco defense. Here from Sunnyslope High School. Welcome back to Sunnyslope High School. Leading off, top of the 4th inning for the Broncos, second baseman George Smith. Smith 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a walk drawn to start the Bronco rally back in the 3rd. So Smith up to bat for a 2nd inning in a row. Breaking ball called strike. Pitch low and outside, getting away from Keeney. Jack Ryan out to retrieve the ball from the other side of the dugout. Getting a little bit of cheers from the Bronco faithful that made the trip a couple miles up north. Pitch swung on, line drive, trailing into right center field. Shillington making a diving catch for out number one. A big-time catch from the center fielder. He had one in the first inning. He has another one here in the fourth. Ball was trailing left, almost as if it were a slice in golf. Shillington just reacting in the nick of time as Meisner swings at the first pitch, getting past the glove of Mendoza, up safely for a single. Last two pitches from Lovesey. Contact made by the Broncos. One out, one hit. Up to bat for the Broncos, Willie Corneo Farmer. Corneo Farmer reached base safely via a drop third strike in his last at-bat and was the third run scored last inning. Pitch up high, Corneo Farmer. Not phased, just slightly ducking out of the way of that. I would have pulled a Chad Danforth from High School Musical 2 personally if that were me and jump all the way back out of the box. That's just me. The 1-0. Breaking ball. This time drops in the inside zone. Counts even. Meisner checked at first. Tag from Fredenberg. Not in time. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Meisner takes off for second. No throw from Keeney. Broncos with a runner in scoring position. Lovesey steps completely off the mound and then toes the rubber, collecting his thoughts. Double play, not a possibility anymore for the Viking defense. Pitch swung on, foul to the backstop. Meisner with the lead at second. Lovesey down the hill. Pitch swung on and foul. Just past Josh Garcia over there at third base. Cornell Farmer fouling off the last two pitches, trying to find one that he likes even better. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike three called. Lovesey found the sweet spot on that one. Fifth strikeout of the afternoon for Lovesey. Three of those strikeouts coming courtesy of Willie Corneo Farmer. Up to bat for the Broncos. Left fielder, rather center fielder, Matt Niezgodsky. Niezgodsky normally a corner outfielder. This game shifting over to center to allow Lahr to play the corner infield. Meisner takes off from second. Keeney, no throw. Run number 5 for the Broncos, 90 feet away at third. Niezgodsky, 2 outs, a man on third. A hit scores a run. It's as simple as that. Ball in front of Keeney, got away from him there. Swing and a miss, strike one. Niezgodsky climbing down the ladder to try to chase that one. My dad used to say I was dipping my French toast sticks in syrup when I'd swing at the low stuff. Two-one, pitch low in the dirt. Keeney with a good block to keep Meisner at third. Niezgodski drew a walk back in the top of the second inning. That was the Broncos' first run of this ball game. Breaking ball inside. Niezgodski jogs to first. Sunnyslope fans not happy. Up to bat for the Broncos. Right fielder and Yale commit, Jack Oman. Keeney gives the defense the call. You never want a runner at third to steal home after you throw down to second. It's one of the cardinal sins of a catcher. I should know. I've done that myself a few times in my short playing career. Niezgodski just slightly jogged to second. Probably the easiest stolen base Niezgodski has had in his entire life, as any kind of throw would have resulted in Meisner sprinting for home. Oman, 2 men in scoring position. The 1-0. Breaking ball, high and outside, didn't break the way Lovesey wanted it to. Oman singled to right in his last at-bat. Breaking ball finds the zone. Counts 2-1. Mendoza shading to his left a little bit from normal second base depth and positioning. Trying to prevent Oman from getting another hit. Ball is low at the feet of Keeney. Counts 3-1, another softball on the field. Josh Garcia going above and beyond to jog out and grab that. Scott Arendt, a keen eye to see that to avoid any potential injuries. The 3-1 finds the outside corner. Bronco fans didn't like that one bit. Counts full. 3-2, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Lovesey, the payoff pitch. Swung on and foul to the Viking dugout. Broncos 2 runners in scoring position. Vikings trying to avoid any more damage to the scoreboard. Lovesey steps off and regroups. 3-2 outside, ball 4. Oman up at first, and for the third inning in a row, Broncos have the bases loaded. Up to bat for the Broncos, shortstop Brandon Wirtz. Wirtz 0 for 1 on the day with a walk drawn back in the top of the second and a bunt right back to Lovesey in his last at-bat. Wirtz fouls that one. Quinney unable to catch. The pitch, swung on, through the third-second gap. Meisner scores. Niezgodski will score. Oman extending it to third. Wirtz doing the same. A 2-run RBI single for the shortstop. Mound visit number 2, and this might spell the end of the day for Lovesey, as it in fact will. On in relief, Jake Woods, a sophomore right-handed pitcher. Out to try to stop the bleeding for the Vikings. We'll take a break and be back with you in a moment. Welcome back here to Sunnyslope High School. Diego Lovesey and his outing today over. In relief, right-handed pitcher Jake Woods. Broncos lead 6-0 with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Up to bat for the Broncos, left fielder Nico Lara. Woods first offering high at the eyes of Lara. Lara having to duck out of that one. The 1-0. Inside, Lara having to pull out of the box a little bit once again. Lara, 2 runners in scoring position to hit, can bring them in both. Pitch outside, Keeney not even trying to frame. Lovesey, his day lasted 3 2/3 of an inning, allowing 6 runs on 4 hits and a large number of 7 walks, also adding in 5 punch-outs. The 3-0, pitch inside, Lara takes first. Lara's second walk of the day with a perfect 1,000 on-base percentage. Up to bat for the Broncos, catcher Charlie Hazen. Broncos back to bases loaded as it was earlier in the top of the 4th. Woods fires high, and the right-hander having a little bit of trouble finding the zone. Maybe he didn't have as much time to warm up. Maybe just a little bit nervous. The pitch finds the zone for strike 1, counts even. The pitch, breaking ball, fouled over the backstop by Hazen. Apologies once again for the camera cutting in and out. Woods gets the sign and comes set. Swung on, fouled over the backstop once again by Hazen. He stays alive. Sun beginning to set over the right field wall here at Sunnyslope High School. Broncos lead 6-0. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. Woods got him with the breaking ball. Broncos put up 2 in the top of the 4th. They lead 6-0. Casal back out to pitch. Bronco offense, through 4 innings, has stranded 9 runners. So far, the Vikings, through 3 innings, have stranded none. Vikings started off the year as one of, if not the hottest team in all the state of Arizona, starting off the year 7-0 before dropping a game last night to the Pumas of Perry. And so far here today, down on a large 6-0 hole. Vikings also one of 2 teams to go undefeated in the 32nd annual Adam Donefeld tournament. The only other team to go undefeated, the Eagles of Sandra Day O'Connor, a team that the Broncos will see a little bit later in the year. Up to bat to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Vikings, center fielder Cooper Shillington. First pitch, swing and a miss. Casal got him with the off speed. Casal down the hill, the 0-1, make it 0-2. The 0-2, just a little too low. Counts 1-2. Casal steps off the mound and retoes it. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting, number 22, Braden Keeney.
Casal strikes out Shillington for the 2nd time this afternoon, his 4th K of the game. Up to bat for the Vikings, catcher Braden Keeney. Fastball inside. Casal and Keeney very familiar with each other. One of the many former Red Elite 2024 players playing today. Casal 0-2. Wasting no time going after Keeney's weaknesses that he knows all too well. Trying to attack the outside zone, just a little too much, seeing how desperate Keeney was. A 1-2. Breaking ball. Hit to Corneo Farmer at first. He'll take it himself for out number 2.
Now batting, number 12, Gavin Short.
Up to bat for the Vikings, designated hitter Gavin Short. Short, the only Viking to get a hit, let alone also get on base here so far through almost 4 full innings played. Casal leaves it high. Short. Hit Casal's first offering this time. Might be more of a battle. Pitch swung on, foul to the backstop. Counts back to even 1-1. Casal fires in low. Counts 2-1. Short has gone long this year. Only once with 1 home run on the year. Breaking ball, not in the zone. Hazen wants a quick explanation. Counts 3-1. The pitch. Breaking ball low in the dirt. Short, up at first.
batting number 24, Brian Mares.
Brian Mars up to bat. Lay down a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat back in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, no sacrifice bunt in play. In this situation, first pitch swung on back to Casal. It hits him almost in the chest. Casal able to regroup and fire it over for out number 3. Scary sight as the ball went right into the stomach of Casal. Broncos turn over the lineup. 4 innings down, 3 to play here on the campus of Sunnyslope High School. Woods back out to pitch. Due up to bat for the Broncos. Here in the top of the 5th, Casal, Smith, and Meisner, 1, 2, 3. Casal getting pelted with the ball and then having to go and try to return the favor to the Vikings potentially. Casal 0 for 3 on the day. 2 ground outs and a fly out to center that was caught with the diving glove of Shillington.
Leading off for the Broncos, number 9, Johnny
Casal steps into the left-handed batter's box. The pitch. First pitch swung on, lofted high in the air to left field. Ball trailing, and it just goes foul. Casal already past first when that ball landed. Sun continuing to shine over the right field wall. The pitch. Breaking ball inside 0-2. Casal not too happy with 1 pitch to spare. Woods down the hill. High and outside. Casal knew it from the start. Pitch low and through the 5-hole of Keeney. Jack Ryan out to retrieve the ball. Counts even 2-2. Casal swings and hits that one foul. Casal made contact twice so far. And this at bat, both of those times going foul. Casal on Woods, just needing to bring the bat around a little earlier. Casal hits it to third, throw across the diamond in time. A bang play at first. Casal almost getting an infield single.
Number 7, George Smith.
Casal's second ground out to third. Smith on to try to start the rally for the 3rd time here this afternoon. Woods' first offering a little bit low. Smith pops that one up to right field, ball trailing, it goes foul. Smith 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. Drawn back in the top of the 3rd. That walk eventually turning into the first of 3 Bronco runs in the 3rd. Woods fires. Smith pops it up and out of play. Woods Smith settled in. The 1-2. Swung on back up the middle. Base hit Smith. Smith getting his first hit of the game. The Broncos with a man on and one out here in the top of the 5th. Jack Meisner stepping up to the plate. Meisner 2 for 3 here today, a double and a single. So Meisner only needing, just an easy triple and a home run to hit for the cycle. No big deal. Woods from the stretch. Smith takes off for a second throw. Not in time, no tag from Keogh at short. Double play out of the question. Well, at least a traditional double play. A potential line drive that Smith might be too far on to Keogh. Could turn into a double play. Smith leads off from second. The 2-0. High, make it 3-0. Fifth batter, Woods, has faced one hit, a walk, and a strikeout looking so far for the righty. Meisner looks at that pitch, low in the dirt. Smith tries to take off for third, head first slide. No throw from Keeney. Broncos, runners at the corners. Up to bat for the Broncos, first baseman, Willie Corneo Farmer. Corneo Farmer 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, 2 looking, 1 swinging here in the game. Corneo Farmer looking for some contact. Any contact should bring Smith 90 feet home. Pitch fouled by Corneo Farmer off of a barely check swing. Willie getting some words of encouragement from the Bronco dugout. Smith at third, Meisner at first. Pitch swung on, base hit, back up the middle of the infield. Smith scores. Meisner extends it to third. Corneo Farmer up at second. And the Broncos lead 7-0. Corneo Farmer with a double up the middle of the infield. And now Broncos with 2 runners in scoring position. Infield in for the Vikings. Mizgotsky, the batter, looks at that first pitch low in the dirt. Breaking ball finds the upper zone. The pitch, swung on, lofted high in the air to center field. Back goes Shillington. He's out of room. Broncos score 2. Mizgotsky, a 2-run RBI double. Broncos 1 run away from making it a 10-0 ball game and forcing the Vikings to score a run just to stay in it. Jack Omen swings at that pitch and pops it up over the Bronco dugout. Broncos and Vikings, both with tough losses last night. So far, Broncos coming out swinging and throwing all the punches. Pitch in the dirt. Keeney stays in front and holds his former teammate Niezgodsky at second. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Woods taking his time, coming set. Now fires in the pitch. Swung on. Hit to Mendoza at second. Easy throw to first in time for out number 2. Niezgodsky up safely at third. Wirtz up to bat for the Broncos as the visitors lead 9-0. Wirtz singled to left in his last at-bat in the last inning. Broncos, and their 4th time going around the order in 5 innings. The 0-1. Breaking ball popped up in the air by Wirtz into shallow right field. This time it's Connor Keogh coming in to make the catch for out number 3. Broncos strand 1. Three hits, 3 runs for the Broncos in the top of the 5th. Casal back out to pitch. Casal went 5 innings in his last start. Casal, so far in his appearances, 8 total innings pitched. Heading into this contest with the home Sunnyslope Vikings. So inning number 13 on the year for Casal, if he can complete it. But so far total 12 on the year. Casal, a 1-0 record on the year and only 2 earned runs the entire year.
The Vikings, number 13, Connor Keogh.
Vikings leading off bottom of the 5th with Connor Keogh, the man that ended the upper frame for the Broncos. Keogh popped out to first in his first at-bat. Casal's offering a little low. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Casal getting Keogh to swing with the movement. Casal resets. Now fires outside. Counts 2-1. Pitch swung on to the glove of Wirtz at short. He slides. Throw across the diamond. In time. Out number 1.
Now batting number 20. Jackson Fredenberg.
Wirtz still making the throw to first after slipping. Shows you the arm talent that the young sophomore possesses. Jackson Fredenberg up to bat. First baseman struck out looking in his first at-bat. Breaking ball not in the zone, says the home plate umpire. Counts 2-0. The pitch. Check swing. Fredenberg went around, says field umpire Scott McMurdo. The 2-1. As quickly as Fredenberg was up in the count, back to even, counts 2-2. Casal's 2-2 in the dirt. The payoff pitch, swung on, fouled, back into the Sunnyslope dugout. Count stays full. Casal needing his best pitch. Doesn't have it. Breaking ball a little low. Fredenberg on base.
Number 3, Ezekiel Mendoza.
Fredenberg, the only other base runner the Vikings have had today. That has not been named Gavin Short. Second baseman Ezekiel Mendoza stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Quick throw over to first. Tag not in time. Casal able to throw it over to first with ease. The famous lefty move that makes it such an advantage for left-handed pitchers. Casal's first offering to Mendoza a little high, but not too far off. Casal checks the runner, no tag from Corneo Farmer. The 1-0. Breaking ball popped up in the air. Lara camping under it and making the catch for out number 2.
Now batting number 9, Carter Dekwa.
Carter Dekwa up to bat for the Vikings. Fredenberg, the runner at first. Pitch swung on and fouled. Back into the glove of Hazen. Casal wasting no time going back to the fastball, this time just missing low. The 1-1. Inside corner. Call it strike 2. Casal one pitch away from ending the 5th frame. The pitch. Swung on, line drive, pass Wirtz at short, base hit. And the Vikings with their second hit of the game.
Now batting number 8.
So far,
Keo.
here this afternoon, Vikings, at most, have only had 4 batters an inning. 2 3-up, 3-down innings in the first and third. In the second and fourth, 4 batters faced. This will be Casal's 5th batter faced this inning and the most out of any inning. Compare that to Brophy, who has almost batted around the order and has batted around the order once, almost batting around the order twice. A telltale of 2 teams. Dekwa a little Bit too far off of first. Hazen decided to play it safe and hold it. Broncos up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Casal looks at the runners and works from the stretch. Counts 1 and 2. Miles Keogh grounded out in both of his at-bats so far here this afternoon. A ground out to short and a ground out to first. Casal kicks and fires, breaking ball a little low. Sun beginning to peer from beyond the clouds once again over the right field fence. The 2-2. Pitch almost finding the inside zone. Keogh with some good patience to hold back. Counts full, 3 and 2. Fredenberg, the runner at second. Deckwell, the runner at first. The payoff pitch swung on and fouled. Count stays full for Casal and Keogh. Casal fires in the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Casal retires the side for the 5th time here this afternoon. Strikeout number 5 for Casal. Due up for the Broncos, Laura, Hazen, and Casal. We'll take a quick break and be back with you with more Brophy Prep Baseball here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Nico Lara swings at the first pitch from Woods. And the sophomore continuing his impressive day. Now 2 for 2. Nine-hole hitter and catcher Charlie Hazen up to bat. Lara wasting no time. We'll see what Hazen does here. Pitch low and outside. Lara checked at first. Broncos 1 run away from potentially mercying the home Vikings. That ball hitting Hazen in the back. Broncos now with 2 runners and 2 batters. And you wonder after that how short of a leash Woods has for the rest of his outing, as Hazen is pinch ran for by Trey Markham. Johnny Casal up to bat for the 5th time in 6 innings. Casal pops that one up high to deep center field. Back goes Shillington. Laura tagging up from second. No, he won't. Casal with his second pop out to center field. George Smith up for the Broncos with 2 men on and 1 in scoring position. Smith looks at that first offering from Woods outside. The 1-0. Swung on, fouled. Smith trying to extend the Broncos' lead. Pitch swung on to Fredenberg at first. Smith does a job extending Laura to third, and Markham, the pinch runner, to second. Now Meisner trying to get some more RBIs for his season tally and make it a double-digit lead for Brophy. The pitch. Breaking ball swung on and fouled to the backstop. Meisner takes pitch 2 from Woods. Up high. Smith, rather Meisner, trying to work back from an 0-2 count. The pitch. Low in the dirt. Laura thought about taking off for home. Once again, apologies for the camera issues. HDMI cord deciding to not cooperate with us that well. The 1-2 hits Meisner in the upper back. Broncos load the bases once again. Second hit by pitch for Woods. Here in the top of the 6th. Any hit, any walk, any chance that Cornell Farmer can get on base will make it a double-digit Brophy Prep lead. Cornell Farmer hit by a pitch, so back-to-back batters hit by a pitch. Brophy leads 10-0. Niezgodsky takes that first offering from Woods on the outside corner, 0-1. Broncos with bases loaded. It seems like anytime a man with a red jersey is up to bat, they have the bases loaded or at least one runner on for them to potentially bring in. Woods with 3 batters getting on via a hit by a pitch, so not the most effective pitching for Woods, and it looks like he'll just stay in to try to get the final out in the top of the 6th. Jeff Shillington not wanting to use too many arms here today. Counts 3-1 to Niezgodsky, able to pick out any pitch he likes and take a swing. Pitch up high. Niezgodsky walks. Markham scores. Broncos lead 11-0. No mound visit yet. I was going to reiterate, it looks like Woods will stay on to finish what he started back in the top of the fourth. Pitch outside. Yale commit Jack Omen in the left-handed batter's box. Meisner, the closest runner at third. Omen ropes one into right field. Meisner scores. Corneo Farmer scores. Niezgodsky up at second. Broncos lead 13-0. Wirtz pops that one up high, doesn't have enough to get over the backstop. It doesn't. Keeney almost with enough room to make a catch, and a great effort by the senior catcher to even find the ball, and Keeney wasn't too far off. Wirtz able to take a deep breath and collect himself. Broncos lead 13-0 here in the top of the sixth with 2 outs. Woods delivering the 0-1. Breaking ball drops 0-2. Broncos officially going through the order for the second time here this afternoon. Pitch low in the dirt. Wirtz wanting nothing to do with it. Woods trying to see how desperate the batter was. The pitch swung on, line drive into left. Not having to move was Dekwa to make the catch for out number 3. Broncos go through the order and put up 4. And now it's on to the Vikings to score 4 to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 6th. Mercy rule and AIA high school baseball, 10 runs after the 5th inning. Broncos already 2 times this season have mercied an opponent. First time, the first game, it was Gilbert. Broncos winning 11-1. Second time, Broncos mercying Mountain Point 10-0. Both of those games in the Adam Donefeld tournament. Adding into the impressive offensive day, it is now the 4th time the Bronco offense has put up 10 or more runs in 7 games. So almost 1 every 2 games, Bronco offense putting up 10 or more. Not something that you see from your average Arizona high school baseball team. This Bronco team has aspirations of going far. And Broncos with their first statement game. If Casal and the Broncos can hold the Vikings to 3 runs or less and come away with the win here in the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Vikings, center fielder Cooper Shillington. Shillington struck out swinging in both his at-bats. First pitch swung on, line drive into center field. 1 pitch, 1 hit for the Viking offense.
Now batting number 22, Braden
Up to bat, catcher Braden Keeney. Shillington, the runner at first. He's checked. He's out. Casal wasting no time and getting Shillington out on a pickoff move rather than a strikeout. Broncos 2 outs away from going back down to Brophy. Very, very pleased. Pitch swung on. Ground ball. Hit to Smith. He'll throw it over gently to Corneo Farmer for out number 2. Shillington started off the bottom of the 6th so well for Sunnyslope. And in the blink of an eye, the Broncos get 2 outs. And the Vikings' hopes of staying alive rests on the bat of Gavin Short. Casal fires the breaking ball low. Short and Keeney, former teammates of Casal, Meisner, Niezgodsky, Omen, on the Swarm Red Elite 2024 travel team, coached by Johnny's father, John Casal. Casal finds a zone and makes the count 2-1. Casal just 2 strikes away. Casal fires it in. Short hits it to the opposite field. Omen going over to make the catch. Ball game. Broncos win 13-0. Casal throws a complete game shutout. And the Broncos with their biggest statement win of the year, and a win that'll surely help the Broncos come time for playoff standings in late March and early April. That'll do it for Brophy College Prep Baseball here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Once again, Broncos, a statement mercy rule win, 13-0. Broncos back at it Friday afternoon, back at home, taking on the Aztecs of Corona del Sol. And if you haven't heard it through the grapevine yet, it is Jack LaFlamme, the junior Arizona commit, to start in his first game this season. LaFlamme dealing with a bit of soreness, and Josh Garcia wisely not wanting to overuse his star junior. So if you want some good pitching, tune in Friday, Broncos, Aztecs, 3:45 p.m. from Opus Field. That'll do it for myself here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Thank you so much to those that have tuned in today and any day. And how about that? We made it through an away game, and my computer did not die. Mr. Ryan, if you are listening, I did get a power bank, and it held us through this game, and hopefully it holds us through the rest of the away games here on the Brophy College Prep Live YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Broncos 13, Vikings 0. We'll see you Friday. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.